If you've joined us for the earlier videos in this course, you'll know by now that the first step in each of our visualizations is to relax and control your body. I'll therefore leave you with some gentle music for a couple of minutes so you can mentally follow the steps we taught you in Module 1, which you should now be familiar with and which will allow you to become peaceful and prepared for today's powerful adventure in imagination. Now, using our imaginations, let's take that familiar leisurely walk through the grassy meadow that leads away from the physical world with its worries and pressures and towards a higher level of reality and the personal sanctuary you built for yourself in earlier visualization. As always, with every step you take deeper into this visualization, the scenery around you becomes brighter, lighter, and more infused with spiritual energy and power. There it is. Up ahead is the sanctuary you built. But today, instead of walking up to its front door and stepping inside, we're going to move a little further into the surrounding landscape. So I'd like you to walk past your sanctuary building towards the wooded area that lies beyond it, which we described, brought your attention to, and asked you to note and remember the first time you came here. Head slowly past your sanctuary towards the beautiful spread of trees that lies beyond it. An intriguing, magical little wood that has a path threading through it, which I would now like you to take. The path meanders through the stately tree, and as you slowly follow it, you feel calmed and uplifted by the soothing blends of green in this place, by the dappled sunlight filtering through the branches of the trees, and by the lush, springy carpet of moss you can feel beneath your feet. As you move deeper into this mystical setting, the atmosphere becomes increasingly quiet, increasingly still, increasingly serene. Suddenly you sense daylight ahead of you. The trees are thinning, the daylight becomes stronger, and the path suddenly leads you out from the far side of the wood into strong sunlight. You find yourself in a small clearing that surprisingly, and just ahead of you, leads to the top of a tall cliff. But there's no need to be afraid. No harm can come to you in this high, sacred space. Directly in front of you, anchored firmly to the top of the cliff, is a beautiful golden suspension bridge, which stretches out ahead of you and spans the distance from the cliff edge all the way over to a corresponding but far more ethereal looking cliff top at the other side of this division in the landscape. You approach the bridge and look down from the cliff edge. Far below, you can see beautiful, fluffy white clouds and sparkling mists. The air is sweet. You feel invigorated, excited. Look closely at the bridge you are about to step onto. It seems to be made from beaten gold at the end that is closest to you, but you notice that the metal becomes more ethereal as the bridge stretches away from you. So that from its midpoint onwards, its structure transforms from metal and appears to be made instead from golden, glowing light. Now slowly step out onto the bridge. There are rails either side, so you are completely safe and secure. Feel how firm and supportive the bridge is. Slowly walk forwards to the middle, where the metal of the bridge transforms into golden, glowing light. We're going no further than the halfway point today, so simply stand here at the midpoint and look across to the far end of the bridge. From here you can see all the way across to the other end of the bridge, where to your delight you see scenes that somehow feel familiar. A crowd of people who seem to glow, to have an inner illumination, and who are dressed in coloured robes and look quite beautiful, stands serenely at the far entrance to the bridge, facing you. Behind and beyond them, you catch glimpses of a breathtaking, magical landscape. Here and there are exquisite buildings, framed by majestic, multicoloured trees and bushes. There are pleasant avenues, parklands and ponds. Birds are singing, children are playing. The air scintillates with flashes of coloured light. Now, someone from this group of people, one of these beautiful, luminous beings, steps out from the crowd at the far side of the bridge and begins to walk slowly towards you. As he or she approaches you, you feel a wonderful, unconditional love for you, radiating out towards you from this person. They reach you and stand directly in front of you. Smiling, they take your hand. A shimmering light from their hand travels up your arm and spreads throughout your body. In the touch of that person, you feel love as you have never felt it before. You feel energy and power flowing through your body. You sense, you know that this being is from a higher vibration and that you, one day, will also live in and pass through this vibration. Experience, enjoy this wonderful sensation, this warmth, this love, and I'll join you again in a couple of minutes. Now the luminous spirit smiles at you, lets go of your hand, turns and slowly walks back to join the crowd at the far end of the bridge. They turn and wave to you, and the gathering of luminous beings gradually fades from view, as does the scenery behind them, to be replaced by an image at the far end of the bridge of a hedged and very inviting private little garden. Don't worry if you can only visualize this dimly at this stage. You will be visiting this garden the next time you come here, when we walk all the way across the bridge to the other side. But for now, it's time to return to the earth. Turn around and walk slowly back to your side of the bridge. Then, firmly establishing the image of the bridge and the cliff top in your mind, walk back from the cliff top, back along the path that takes you through the little wood, back past your sanctuary and into the meadow, then back down that grassy meadow to the point at which you began your journey. Pausing at this start point to take in, to appreciate the beauty and peace of the landscape you have just traveled through, to savor the love and the energy you have been given by the Spirit from a higher vibration who came out to meet you on the bridge. Slowly and in your own time, return to physical consciousness, remembering to take yourself through the chakra closing exercise we taught you in Module 1, before moving back into and getting on with your day. Please join us next time, when we'll be visiting that very special garden and you will be meeting a very special visitor. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel now and hit the bell to be notified of new videos in this course, to access all the videos from Module 1, and to consider and examine many other spiritual subjects.